You-do-do. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Royal Turner Bombs, my discussion of the 138th most popular film of 2001. It is a lovely Thursday afternoon, and it is a wonderful day. I'm once again supporting Blue Jacket. This is a Forbidden Planet, so everyone cheers. And we have our special guest requesting to join right now. This is Mr. Raleigh St. Clair, who we all know from the film about the family was Margot's husband. And Raleigh is joining right now. Raleigh is joining. Raleigh, can you hear me? Raleigh, hello.
Oh, Turner, sorry, one moment. Familial and scholastic or occupational adjustment. Okay, sorry, I'm just finishing up some edits.
You're editing. Are you editing a book? You writing another book?
Oh, it's the diagnostic manual for all
Oh,
psychologists.
you are you the one who wrote that?
No, but I use it pretty frequently when I'm diagnosing my clients, as they like to be called. We have to be sensitive.
Yes.
And I feel like it's really lacking in proper grammar, and I'm doing the diagnostic world a favor.
Interesting. Okay, so you
Yes.
were editing DSM-5, is that the correct term?
Yes.
So you are editing this well documented and well published book on mental disorders. Is that the correct? You're gonna have to correct me. I'm probably gonna use a lot of incorrect terms, so you can feel free to cut it at any time and correct me.
Sure. No, of course. It's psychology is a very delicate. It's a delicate word. It's a delicate field. It's a delicate. What are the kids calling it? A delicate vibe.
Yes.
It's I think I'm really doing people a favor by really making sure.
Yes, you actually are doing a favor. So I have a friend who's tuning in now,
Mm.
Michael Sully, as he was actually on a previous episode.
Ah,
But med school, they have to read this book, and he confirms that it does have bad grammar. So Raleigh St. Clair doing at least med students and people who have to read this book a huge favor. Raleigh, cheers to you.
thank you. I would cheers you, but I'm currently not drinking because every time I drink, I tend to, there's no polite way of putting it. I tend to curl into a corner and cry about Margot.
Oh, Raleigh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. So 20 years later, you are still in pain over the separation from Margot.
Turner, can I call you Turner?
Of course, absolutely, yes.
Turner, psychology is a delicate thing.
Yes.
And when it comes to love and relationships, did you know she slept with the Jamaican recording artist?
Yes, and I believe they were actually married for a time. I mean, just 9 days according to the movie, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry if me adding details is throwing salt in the wound.
It's fine. Rhythm, sleep, dash wake, disorder, question mark. We gotta keep things open.
Oh, Raleigh, it feels like some. Are you okay? It feels like some emotions are starting to boil up a little bit.
Turner,
Okay, you feel like you're back now. Okay.
here's the thing. How bizarre the world is sometimes. I wanted to write a book about how do you say, psychotic the Tenenbaum family really is.
Yes.
But Margot beat me to the punch. She wrote an award-winning play about her family.
Yeah.
And she's destroyed more than my love life, Turner. She's destroyed my career.
Raleigh, no. Raleigh, talk about that. Talk about how so I guess your career you've fallen on tough times since we last saw you 20 years ago.
It's been hard.
Yeah.
It's been hard. It's hard to really capture the feelings of love, because I'm supposed to sit back and be distant from my work, and then the minute, oh, Turner, Here's the thing. You remember Dudley Heinsbergen, right?
Dudley, how's Dudley doing?
I adopted him.
You adopted Dudley.
I did.
Is he all right? Is he
He's
okay?
doing fine. No one understands his illness better than I, because I wrote a book about him and I studied him for a long time. And after I left Royal's funeral, this is the last time I ever saw the Tenenbaum family.
Yeah.
I was in an emotional rage. I'm sorry, I'm even raising my voice now just talking about it.
Yeah, I can tell.
But I went to Dudley's family and I told them they couldn't care for their boy anymore. They couldn't. I could. I would be his savior, both psychologically and familially.
Okay, wait a second. This doesn't sound... So you adopted... What did they say to that? Did they agree?
Here's the thing, Turner. When you're as well renowned in the field of psychology as I am, and psychology, as I've mentioned, is a delicate thing, you learn
several times, yes.
Yes. You learn how to break people psychologically.
Okay, you've learned how to break people.
I understood what they couldn't handle about Dudley. I wrote a book about him.
Yes.
And I decided to take it on myself to adopt him and give him a better life, like a rescue puppy. He's like a rescue puppy, Turner. Dudley's a rescue puppy.
Okay, Dudley is a rescue puppy. Okay, I got it. So, I actually have a lot of questions now. So,
great.
You said that, so psychology is a delicate word. It's a delicate field, right? And,
yes.
But you're talking about almost using it as a weapon. If you're saying you know how to use psychology to break people, right? Do you
yes.
see how that's kind of concerning for me to hear? Like, Raleigh, are you using psychology as a weapon to get back at the Tenenbaums?
Turner, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's the Tenenbaums. I'd say it's the world at large. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you know that.
The world, wait. The world at large?
Yes.
So you are using psychology as a weapon against the world at large.
There is no way for me to know how far Margot's promiscuity really spread.
Okay.
I have to take care of all possible avenues and also rescue Dudley. Those were my two primary objectives. I've accomplished one. Now on to the next. Okay.
So two avenues is talk about how far Margot's promiscuity spreads and what you're doing about that.
Well, here's the thing. Back when I used to associate with the Tenenbaum family,
yes.
In fact, I was married into it, as you're aware.
Of course.
Well, at first I thought it was just her neighbor, her brother, the Jamaican guy, her neighbors, plural, multiple neighbors.
Yes.
I learned...
There was a punk on the Uptown bus.
Yes.
There was a woman in France.
Yes.
And I
it's
think
global.
That might be everything that at least was documented in the film.
Yes. The documentary does not really show you the whole scale of it. Afterward, right before the funeral, and then when I decided to end speaking to the Tenenbaums altogether, Margot made very clear to me there were school teachers, there were janitors at the school, there were people who worked in the building adjacent to her father, people in her father's hotel, the nurse that her father hired to pretend that was his nurse.
Yes. So I think we have two separate issues here. So one, I mean, yes, that is a lot that Margot did and while you were married, but that was 20 years ago, and Margot was an adult then. She's an adult now. She can make her own decisions. Have you considered just kind of moving on and trying to see someone else?
Here's the thing, Turner. My psychology specifically is very delicate.
Yes, of course.
I've spent years helping other people, but who's going to help me? Who's going to help Raleigh? Raleigh's going to help Raleigh.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tough world out there, especially with everything going on right now. I hear you. It is tough out there.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I do feel that it's in my best interest. Initially, I thought, yes, let's move on. Let's do other things with our lives. Let's write another book. And then, like I said, I was going to write that second book about how insane the Tenenbaums are.
Yeah.
Oh, And then Margot published her play, and then I
Yeah.
had no choice but to move on. And what else are you going to write about? It's like I'd been studying them for years.
So you have been writing books about the Tenenbaums still, or you haven't moved on? I'm a
I
little
don't, I don't know if I'd call them books, Turner. More like mad scribblings, like a man in a cave who's learning to write for the first time.
like a conspiracy board, like with the red things connecting dots, you know?
It's only a conspiracy if it's not true.
Okay, so some might call it a conspiracy theory, but you say it is true.
Yes.
To which I would argue, wouldn't every conspiracy theorist say that that is true? What they believe in is true.
If you have a logical argument for anything, you can prove anything.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
okay. Give me an example of something you can prove. It doesn't even have to be about the Tenenbaum family. What?
Okay,
What?
I'll give you an example about the Tenenbaum family.
Okay, okay, all right.
So Margot has slept with literally almost everyone on the planet.
Okay, yes.
And the proof of that is she has, in fact, slept with literally everyone just about on the planet.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. I'm following. I'm following. Do you have any any thoughts on any other conspiracy theories? So, if I talked about 9/11, what do you think about 9/11?
well, Turner, here's the thing. Even even terrorists have been in love at one point, haven't they?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We've all felt it. We've all felt the burn of passion, and it's in our loins and it's in our hearts and it's
Yeah,
into our psychology and it affects our therapy. And
yeah.
sometimes we get inappropriate with patients because all we can think about is our love and the love that broke our hearts. And all I'm saying is anything can be explained by psychology, and every conspiracy theory has its logic. And Margot,
Okay, 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 Probably. Probably. Okay, it seems I'm beginning to detect a pattern here. So it seems like every you're so scarred by what Margot did to you that every yes, I think Raleigh is a truther, but I think the truth that Raleigh speaks is that every you're so scarred by what Margot did to you is that every problem that you or the world faces is somehow at the fault of Margot Tenenbaum's promiscuity while you were married.
let me tell you a story, Turner,
Okay, okay,
but I won't use real names.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
There was a man whose name was Lolly,
Okay,
and
all right.
Lolly was friends with a man named Witchy. And Witchy was secretly in love with a woman named Hargo.
Okay, all right.
And Lolly hired Witchy, or not hired, conspired with Witchy to spy on Hargo to see if Hargo was in fact really just causing Lolly to be a cuckold.
Okay, yes, yes.
But then it turns out Witchy was in love with Hargo. The
Okay.
whole world comes back to Hargo. I don't know if you're getting this, but Hargo is Margot.
Oh no, no, that came across loud and clear. Thank you, thank you. So it's interesting. Even in that, like, it seems like Witchy or Richie in
It's Richie. It's Richie.
I got it. Is yeah. Hey, that sounds familiar. Um, it seems like there's more than just Hargo or Margot at the heart of the problem, but you still seem convinced that everything is Margot's fault. So, um, what are your could you speak to some logic about the stock market? The stock market's really volatile right now. Can you talk about
Yes, absolutely. So, as you know, coronavirus is spread by human contact, and Margot's a whore.
that? Oh, okay, okay. So that's it. Okay, case closed. All right. how about am I onto something here? Is this does it really thinks you think everything bad is Margot's fault? Is that true?
I don't like to speak in certainties because I am of the soft sciences, which is psychology and other social sciences. They are soft sciences. So softly, it's a soft yes.
Okay. How about I'll try to stump you. So I'm kind of losing my hair, like
Hmm.
eating hairline from here and then also like some back here. So is that cannot possibly be Margot's fault?
Here's the thing, Turner. What in your life causes you stress?
I mean, I guess work and relationships are pretty classic causes of stress.
Great. Let's get to relationships.
Okay, relationships.
Here's the thing. Everyone in their life has a Margot.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
Margot was in a documentary about her family's life, which means, now, I don't know if you're aware of the phenomenon that when people commit mass atrocities, other copycat mass atrocity doers then come out of the woodwork. So I would assume vis-a-vis that your friends who have seen the Royal Tenenbaum documentary are copycat Margos.
Okay, okay.
And that stress leads to hair loss, and that's the world we live in.
Okay, so so what we have so far is that Margot Tenenbaum is not only the cause of your trouble, all your sorrow and dismay. She is the cause of my receding hairline. She is the cause of the stock market crash due to the coronavirus.
Yes.
She is also. Did she cause 9/11? Did we put a? I think we solved that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Soft yes.
What'd you say?
Soft yes.
A soft yes, of course. So, is there anything else that Margot has caused that I need to know about?
Oh, so many things. She's caused things that haven't even happened yet. The chain reactions of Margot Tenenbaum.
Okay, can you give a prediction of something that's going to happen bad that Margot's caused?
Well, let's see. How many candidates are we down to for the election upcoming?
Uh, I, I mean, technically three, but that's probably going to be two pretty soon.
Probably be one eventually. Good luck with that.
Okay, wait a second. That would happen no matter what.
Would it?
An election, like people, there's always a winner in the election, so that can't.
Sure. But will it be the winner you want, or will it be the winnow that Margot seduces?
Okay, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, Raleigh St. Clair, everyone, from the documentary film about the Tenenbaum family, the Royal Tenenbaums. Raleigh, just we're just about out of time. I'm pretty worried about you. I mean, you've been harboring this anger, and you've been really upset for 20 years. Is there
Yes.
anything that you can do, or any strategies you found to cope to help cheer yourself up?
It's a really great question. A couple things, actually. I'm down to 1 cup of coffee a day because I found that the caffeine in coffee made me a little too tense.
Okay.
Second thing, I enjoy taking Dudley for very long walks around our neighborhood, pointing out things to him as we go by.
Yes, yes.
He is colorblind, as you may recall, but he does like to look at flowers, and I like to describe the colors to him in terms of feelings instead of colors.
Raleigh, that's beautiful.
Yes, I'm giving him the best life I can give him. And then third, I like to buy extra copies of Margot's new book and set it afire.
Oh,
Trash
Raleigh!
cans.
No, Raleigh, you were so productive until that last one.
It's still productive. I'm taking away the literature of a harlot from the world.
Raleigh, I'm sorry to hear that you're so torn up. I wish there was more I could do to help. Maybe we can have you back on the show again sometime, talk about it, and just know that there are other Tenenbaums watching tonight who care about you and want you to do well. Richie tuned in, and Richie said hello.
Oh, Hmm.
So maybe at some point we can get the two of you together, and you guys can just catch up and talk about things. But Raleigh, for me, thank you so much. Here's a virtual handshake through the magic of the internet. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, and I'd love to have you back sometime.
Thank you for having me. I would love to come back. I'm going to get back to editing my manual.
Of course, yes. Thank you. You're doing work that makes med students everywhere happy and proud. Thank you very much, everyone. We will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Thank you.